When I was announced the winner, just the thought of me going to work abroad as a barber.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the very first edition of Talk with Panache, powered by Panache Expo, under the leadership of Wakuda, created to celebrate, promote, and elevate talent in Cameroon and beyond in the world of fashion, beauty, and creative art. My name is Fangirl the Burinoi, and I'm co-hosting with
Lena Laura Guani.
here. We bring you real talk, real hustle, real hope to those who dare to dream big.
And we couldn't ask for any better guest to kickstart this show with. He's a proud son of the Northwest region, a visionary with Clipper, and the winner of the 2023 Panache Expo barbing competition. Today, he's working with Live 27, a luxury Dubai-based barbershop, thanks to the powerful collaboration between Panache Expo and Live 27. Please join me in welcoming our guest, the winner of the 2023 Panache Expo barbing competition, Mr. Noel. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Noel.
Thank you too, it's my pleasure.
Can you just take us back to when your journey with barbing began?
So actually, it started when I was very young. Back when I was in like primary school, I used to love artwork. If I don't draw like a crazy hairstyle or something like that, I will not be feeling, I will not really like the art that much. With the outbreak of the Anglophone crisis back in 2016, schools were disrupted, man was at home. So the only thing that I thought of doing was barbering.
So, what were some of the key challenges you faced?
I was really looked down on, starting from like my peers to my parents at home.
Before Panache Expo, is there a milestone, the biggest milestone that you had ever had?
One thing that barbering did for me was when I left the village and I came to town, I was by myself, so it suspended me. I made money from it, which sponsored me throughout like
How
school.
did you hear about Panache
I
Expo?
think the first thing I saw was a post on Facebook. So I did some research and all
When you
that.
were announced the winner of the 2023 edition, how did you feel?
There are some feelings I cannot just put into words.
Yeah, you cannot
You get it.
explain.
It was like
The joy.
unimaginable. When I was announced the winner, just the thought of me going to work abroad as a barber. It was something that from the jump, let's say back home in my village, it was something I could never imagine.
How has this impacted your life?
At times when I talk about it, I feel like crying, because when I talk about it now, it's not that I actually get the emotions
Yes.
coming. Because before, I could not just imagine it.
What message do you have to share with the organizers of Panache Expo and Wakuda?
One thing I would love to tell them is for them to keep up doing what they're doing. Because, it's changing lives.
Yeah.
I'm a living example.
How has this transformation been from working locally to now an international barber?
The moment I stepped into the shop, just the view,
Yeah.
really changed my perspective about how the extent people can go to make barber shops look
So,
presentable.
what have you learned from there since you started working?
Before going there, I was 100% an Afro barber.
Yeah.
But now, all races, starting
Wow.
from blacks to Asians,
What
European.
key traits, habits, or values do you believe help you arrive at this level of success?
One thing I would say is consistency. If you're not consistent, you can never be there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Noel, for sharing your
It
story.
was my
with us.
absolute pleasure.
And we hope that this story inspires not only barbers but anybody who is into the fashion industry. And thus, we have come to an end of our Talk with Panache edition, and we are looking forward to have you in our upcoming edition. I am Fange Rauda, and I'm co-hosting with
Lena Laura Guani, and it was an amazing opportunity for us to listen to the story of Mr. Noel. Thank you once more, Mr. Noel.
It's me, your favorite barber.